everyone, and welcome to Cherisse Is On. I am your host, Cherisse Stevens, and listen, it is an exciting time for the Cherisse Is On family. Guess what, guys? We are now 1 year old. That's correct. We have been doing our podcast, bringing you motivation and inspiration for 1 year, and we are so excited about it. Thank you to all of our viewers and our listeners, and you've been sharing it and you've been talking about it and excited about it, and we are so happy that you have joined our family. You know what? It's just a blessing when I can come into your homes, whether you're riding in your car or you're in your office and you're just listening to the inspiration. I always get people saying to me, I've just got finished listening to your podcast and this week was for me. So I'm excited when I can bring you that inspiration to get you motivated. And then so you know what we do, so we can celebrate your accomplishments, your milestones, the things that we are learning and we are growing together. So welcome everyone to the Cherisse Is On anniversary episode. And so this is what I have decided to do because you guys really love certain episodes, right? Some of them really speak volumes to you. We can tell that by our analytics. And so I want to bring those episodes back. We're going to do a repeat. That's correct. We're going to do a repeat on some of our most popular episodes. And I know that you're going to love them. You're going to enjoy them. And so for the next several weeks, you're going to get the opportunity, in case you're new to the Cherisse Is On family, you're going to get that opportunity to listen to some of our past programming, and it's going to be a blessing to you. And I wanted to say thank you to so many of our listeners and our viewers, right? You now know that you can watch me on YouTube on the Cherisse Is On channel, and you guys have been so amazing. Thank you for that. But I was looking at the analytics, and of course, I wanted to talk about some of the places that we are being viewed and listened to. Of course, our top place is the United States of America. Okay, so that is our number one geographic region, and I'm excited about that. So thank you to all of my listeners in the U.S. Honey, I am so happy to be a part of the United States of America. Okay. And then, to my surprise, we have coming in next, Germany. Yes, we have listeners and viewers from Germany, and I am so excited that you guys are partnering with us and that you're being inspired and motivated. And then, come on, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm loving that. Thank you to all of the Cherisse Is On family in that geographic region. We're so excited that you are a part of our fam. The United Kingdom. Woo! Come on, United Kingdom. I love that. Thank you so much. I have friends there, and so hopefully their friends and their family are going to be a growing part of our audience. And so I'm excited that the United Kingdom is also a part. And then this one is very dear to me, South Africa. That's right. We have listeners and viewers in South Africa, and I'm so excited about all of our family. I love this. Family all over the world are partnering with the Cherisse Is On fam, and I'm happy that you are a part. So thank you to all of my international family, people that I've never met before, I've never seen before, but I look forward to meeting some of you. I look forward to traveling to Germany and to the United Kingdom and Trinidad and South Africa and different parts of the United States of America. You know, maybe we'll do a tour. Wouldn't that be awesome? A Cherisse Is On tour, right? And we'll just bring that inspiration and motivation to your city, your country. That would be amazing. Let's think about that. Let's start working on that. But I want to tell you thank you to all of those listeners and those viewers. And it is my hope and my prayer that that audience will continue to expand. I want to add different countries to this list, right? So I got some more work to do, and you've got some more work to do, okay? You've got to invite your family and friends from abroad to be a part of Cherisse Is On. And then I want to also thank the various mediums where we are listened to and viewed. Of course, YouTube, Apple Podcast, Anchor, of course, Spotify. Some of you watch via your web and just other means. And so I'm so thankful for all of the different ways that you can hear and see us with technology. I'm loving it. So the Cherisse Is On is going to expand, expand, and expand. And then I'm loving because here are my top ages, okay? My audience demographics, all right? So we got work to do because we want everyone to enjoy Cherisse Is On. But for all my grown folk, okay, you are ages 35 through 44. Come on through. You are listening to Cherisse Is On, and you are enjoying the podcast, and I'm thanking you for tuning in. And then, of course, for my 45 to 59-year-olds, wow, you guys came in big numbers as well. So thank you for being a part. And then next, come on, we've got 28 through 34. I love that. You guys are listening. And then 23 through 27. So great, great, great. I'm so excited that we are reaching all nationalities, all age groups in different countries, bringing you motivation and inspiration. Okay, so I'm excited. I just wanted to share with you all what's been going on the past year with Cherisse Is On. I'm just blessed to come into your homes. I love it. I love talking about various topics to empower us, to make us better, to make us think, right? Of course, our audience right now is mainly women. Okay, come on through for all the women, young, middle age, okay, old, doesn't matter. Thank you for listening. But we do have a male population. So that means what we're talking about is not only touching women, but is also touching the hearts of men. And hey, we welcome men to listen. We're not doing any male bashing over here, okay? I am blessed to have men all in my home, my husband, my two sons, all right? And so we love men. So yes, men, you are welcome to listen and to be a part of the Cherisse Is On family. So I just wanted to give y'all some information and let you know that, hey, we are growing, we are moving, we are shaking. We've got some great things in store that we're going to be planning. I'm loving when I have the opportunity to go on site. I love that. When I can go to different places and I can tape, and you guys love when I'm in the parks or at a cafe or, just different events. You guys love that. I love that we got a chance to share so much in the past year. We went on that journey together with our journals, right? My story, perfectly written, my truth, past, present, and future. And if you don't have that journal yet, you got to get you one. And because this is a continual thing that we're doing, so you've got to be in on it. Okay, my story, perfectly written. Get your journal today at Amazon.com or coveredinglam.com. Either way, get your journals. But we've had amazing time, and I'm so thankful. And so I just wanted to get on and say thank you, thank you, thank you. So for the next week, couple weeks, all right? How about that? For the next couple weeks, maybe a month, we're going to do replays for you, your favorite shows. And if you have a favorite show, you said, Cherisse, I've got a fave, I want you to replay it, reach out to me. Hit me up on social media. I'm on Instagram, Cherisse Stevens, Facebook, Cherisse Stevens. Of course, you can hit me up at CherisseStevens@hotmail.com. Send me an email. And listen, we're here for you. We are here for you. So are you ready to hear one of your favorite episodes? I want you to take a listen and celebrate with me for 1 year of Cherisse Is On. All right now. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Cherisse Is On. I'm so excited that you are going to be a part of our growing family. So welcome. Our first episode was all about family, right? And about growing and learning together. And so I'm excited that this episode is no different. We are still on this journey to grow together, to learn together. And so I thought, what do I really want to talk about? Like, what is really important, especially now in this climate that we are living in? And I thought about one key word, and it's called purpose. What is your purpose? Have you ever asked yourself the question, what am I here on earth to do? Have you ever tried to figure out like what your passion is or what your talent in life is? I've met so many people who have told me, Cherisse, I really don't know what my purpose is and why I am here. But if you really dig deep, I believe this, if you take a deep self-examination and evaluation of who you really are and what you're called to do, you will discover what your purpose is. I believe this, that everyone has a purpose. It just needs to be discovered. You might be that one that's on the journey to discover your true purpose in life. I know every year I'm discovering something new about me. I'm learning something new. I'm learning how I can benefit others and how I can be a blessing to others. I continually discover my purpose. You know, one of my favorite Bible stories is that of Esther. And if you've never met Esther in the Bible, honey, you got to go and have you a party and meet Esther in the Bible. In fact, she has her own book, honey, the book of Esther. Okay. But you got to go read her story. You know, I'm always talking about my organization called God's Cover Girls, right? Because God's Cover Girls is all about covering each other, praying for each other, loving each other, supporting each other, lifting each other up. And I thought, you know, Esther is that girl. She's that undercover cover girl. I mean, she was undercover, but she had a purpose. What do you mean, Cherisse? In case you don't know, let's talk about Esther for a little bit. I mean, you might know her story, but let me just share just some tidbits about Esther. She came from poverty. She had no parents. She was considered an orphan. She was raised by her uncle Mordecai. And people didn't really think she had much going on in her life. I'm sure people counted her out and said, poor thing, she'll never be much of anything. Look at her background. Look where she comes from. I feel like sometimes people will try to disqualify you when they look at your life or when they look at your past. Or even if they look at your present, they'll try to disqualify you and say, oh, girlfriend don't really have much going on. Or even men, oh, well, he should have been further along than where he is right now. I mean, come on, they will try to make you feel like your life is not going anywhere. But I love this because in the Bible, Jeremiah 29:11, God says in his word, for I know the thoughts I think towards you, saith the Lord. Thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Simply meaning that God has a plan for us. And even though Esther came from what we deem as the other side of the tracks, she still had destiny and purpose waiting for her arrival. I want you to go ahead and you know what I tell you to do. You might need to pause this right now and go ahead and write this and say, destiny is waiting for my arrival. Come on. Purpose is waiting for me to show up. Isn't that good? Oh my gosh. Purpose is waiting for you to show up. Yes, they disqualified her, but I often tell people this. Don't judge who I am by where I am right now. Can you go ahead and say that with me? Don't judge who I am by where I am right now. You know why? Because I could be down today and up tomorrow, honey. Don't disqualify me by what you see. You can be poor today and rich tomorrow. Come on. You've got to be careful how you treat people because you never know. That person sitting next to you may be the very one that's going to be a blessing to you. So I wanted to say this to you. It doesn't matter where you come from, what your background is. You still have purpose. It doesn't matter how much baggage you got, okay? You still have purpose. You might have a lot of baggage, but honey, you still gonna make it to your destination. Let me tell you a quick story. I love this story. So a couple years ago, my family and I went on vacation and we had the best time. It was amazing. And so on the way there, I checked all my bags, but on the way back, I felt like, you know what? I'm not going to check this particular bag. I'm going to carry it on, and it's all good. And so my family, they were ahead of me, and they went through security. And then when I decided this, delayed me a little bit, but I got to the security gate, and the young lady said to me, she said, Mamacita, you're going to have to check that bag. I said, oh man, I was trying to carry it through. She says, no, it's too big. You have to check it. So guys, I go back to the counter and I say, hey, this is my flight number and I can't carry the bag on. So I'm going to go ahead and check it. And the agent says to me, oh, well, that flight has closed. So you're going to have to take the bag with you. I go back to security and with a smile on my face, I say to the agent, I said, oh, I'm so sorry. That flight has closed. And so I'm going to just have to go ahead and carry the bag on. And she says to me with a look of disgust on her face, well, I guess you're just going to miss your flight today because you're not carrying that bag on. And I was like, oh my goodness. What do? I began to panic because I now have this baggage that I cannot carry to my destiny. I can't carry it to get on the flight. What do? My family is gone to catch the flight. I go back to the gate agent and the tears, honey, let me tell y'all, the crocodile tears began to flow out of my eyes. And I said, oh my God, I can't carry the bag on and she won't let me go. And blah, blah. I'm just having a little. And this lady who I knew God sent her to me, she said to me, she said, come with me. And she took me to a little store. And she said, now this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to buy one of these carry-on bags, okay? You buy this little carry-on bag, and then you're going to take everything out of your big luggage that does not mean much to you, that doesn't have a lot of value, that you can leave here, and you're going to put only the things that are necessary in this carry-on bag so that you can catch your flight. Somebody already got where I'm going with my story. And you should have saw me taking out all the stuff, honey, that I didn't really need. Honey, wigs and all kind of makeup that I said, oh, I don't need that. Oh, I don't need that. Oh, that, yes, I can leave that here. And I put only the things that had value in my luggage so that I could make it to my destiny. Who am I talking to? When I got back to the gate with that little bag, honey, that little duffel bag, I couldn't even zip it up because it was full to the brim, but I had to leave something in order to get somewhere. But when I got there, that lady who had that look of frustration on her face, she now looked at me in amazement like, how did you figure that out? And I said with a smile, okay, I'm ready now. And they checked me and I went through and I caught my flight. This is my message to you. On your way to destiny, on your way to purpose, you might have to get rid of some things, okay, that is holding you back, that doesn't have much value, okay? They're weighing you down, okay? They're keeping you from getting to where you need to go, all right? You got to get rid of some things to get to your purpose, to get to your destiny. Take that self-assessment and say, okay, girl, listen, what don't you need on this journey? What is keeping you from getting to the place you know that you are predestined? I had already bought my ticket. I already had a reserved seat. They were expecting my arrival. I just told you a few moments ago that purpose and destiny is awaiting for you to show up. My family was on the plane, not knowing all the stuff I was going through. They had no idea. They was like, where is mommy? Where is my wife? They didn't know I was going through all this unnecessary stuff because, listen, I was trying to take something I should have checked a long time ago. Woo! I feel like that was a sidebar, but it was so good. So here, Esther, this orphaned girl, is now being chosen, okay, to go before a king who is looking for a new bride. Oh, you got to read this story. And she has been selected to be pampered and groomed and prepared for her purpose. Now, somebody thought, oh, that's cool. Oh, okay. Wow, this is a great story. But guess what? Her purpose was bigger than her just becoming the queen. Her purpose was about saving her whole generation, her whole race of people. If she became the queen, she was going to be able to save her people. It was bigger than her wearing a cute crown and gown, honey. It was about purpose and destiny. I can imagine that when she got there, people were like, how did this orphan girl even get in position to go before the king? I mean, who told her that she qualified? Who am I talking to, honey? I'm talking to somebody. You feel like you don't qualify, but God has a plan for your life. You got to read the story. I can't go through all of it today, guys, but it's so good. But she went through what they called purification, preparation. Honey, 6 months of being bathed in perfumes and oils, honey, because when she walked, she had to smell. Oh, my goodness. She had to smell like royalty. She had to look like royalty. She had to be groomed and prepared for her destiny and her purpose. And even you right now might feel like you don't have purpose, but I've come to tell you this. Perhaps you're being groomed for purpose, prepared for purpose, positioned for purpose. Can you just go ahead and write it? I'm being positioned for purpose. Esther was selected, okay, to go before the king, and she had to be prepared, but she was ready. She was ready, and she did everything possible to get to purpose. I want you to be resilient. I want you to take authority. I want you to speak over your life and say, I will do the work to get to my purpose. I will do what is necessary so that I can be a blessing to so many people. So after she goes through her purification, she goes through the process. Oh, she is now preparing to go before the king. Can you imagine all the other girls looking at her saying, we're not worried about Esther, because when they find out who she is and where she comes from and that she don't really have royalty in her bloodline, they're not going to let her be a part of what we're doing. But aren't you glad that God has a plan, and it does not matter what people think about you, what they say about you. Honey, God will put you undercover. Yes, he will. He will put you in hiding, and he will prepare you. And then at the right time, you will emerge. You will come forth. You will blossom. You will soar. You will be like that butterfly. Oh, my goodness. And they will say, where did she come from? The Bible tells us that in Esther 2:17, and the king loved Esther above all the women, and she obtained grace and favor in his sight more than all the other virgins, so that he set the royal crown upon her head and made her the queen instead of Vashti. The favor of God was on Esther's life. She was now the queen, honey. The little orphan girl that came from the other side of the track was now the queen. had taken on royalty, but it was so much bigger than her. She had a purpose, and God allowed her to fulfill her God-given purpose. I want to say this to you today. The favor is on your life. The favor of God is on you. You may not look like royalty. You may not feel like royalty. You may feel like, oh my goodness, I don't know how I'm going to get to my purpose, my destiny. I don't know what my plans are. I'm trying to figure all of this out with everything that's going on in the world today. How do I get there? But if you can just seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, all the other things are going to be added. All the things are going to come together. You might be in that secret place right now, but in God's divine timing, he's going to cause you to walk into your kingdom assignment. And there is nothing that nobody can do about it. You're about to be revealed. I remember years ago, I used to watch a show called The Big Reveal. And they would take women and they would transform them. And then they would bring them out in front of their family and friends, and it was called The Big Reveal. And people could not, oh my goodness, they couldn't fathom how beautiful these ladies had turned into, and how gorgeous they were, and how articulate they had become, because they had been prepared. I want you to know that you have been prepared for greatness, for purpose, and for destiny. Honey, you were undercover, but God is taking you from the undercover to on the cover. I love that. From undercover to on the cover. You are about to walk in God's divine timing and his favor. You are going from the back to the front and from the bottom to the top. Get ready. God has a plan for your life. Well, fam, I'm excited about your future, and I am excited about your purpose. You do have purpose. You do have a destiny. I want to say to you, try with all your heart, with all your mind, and with all your spirit to find out what your purpose is. If it's bigger than you, oh my goodness. If it's something you can't do alone, if you know you are passionate about it, perhaps that is your purpose. Until the next time, I look forward to having our conversations together. Tune in again and share this podcast, for Cherisse is on. Bye, fam. Well, thank you so much, family. I hope you have enjoyed listening to your faves. It's all about you. These are your favorite episodes. It's our 1-year anniversary, and we are celebrating 1 year of Cherisse Is On. Okay, until the next time, you know what to do. Make sure that you go and inspire somebody, motivate somebody, and yes, make sure that you celebrate you and someone that you love. See you soon. Bye now. Hey fam, it's Cherisse Stevens. How are you? Listen, I'm coming to invite you to God's Cover Girls 2022, happening in Orlando, Florida, August 18th through the 20th. I want you to be my very special guest. I do. And so all you have to do is go to godscovergirls22@gmail.com to get all the information, to register your groups, your organizations, your families. It's going to be a vacation. And of course, if you follow me on social media, you'll see all the registration links for your hotel and for your group registrations as well. I'm excited to see you in Orlando, August 18th through the 20th. I want you to be my guest. I'll see you there. Bye now.